What's up, techers? How we been? Okay, welcome back to my show. Welcome back to the channel. And for those of you that have been subscribing and liking and loving my content, you are some of my favourite people. So, how have you been? How's your week been? Tell me, hit me up in the comments what you've been up to, what you've been listening to music-wise. What have you been listening to on the TV? Listening to the TV? What have you been watching on the TV? I've been a busy man. I've been doing stuff. Now, one of the things that I am going to talk about today is the TV app, the TV launcher app in Apple TV. You have inundated me with loads of questions. You want to see it in action. You want to see what's new. You want to see how it runs. You want to see what it does on the Apple TV. I will show you. I will show you today how that works. However, before we get going, just so you know, guys, if you watched last week's video, I asked you to make a comment in that video at the end of the video. And for those of you that made that comment in that video, you have now been entered to win a brand new Apple TV. So if you haven't done so already, watch last week's video, which I shall link in the description below. Make that comment and you will be entered in for the chance to win a Apple TV. So, shall we go and have a look at the TV launcher on Apple TV 4K? Let's go. So here we are, people. This is the Apple TV. You've seen it before in my videos. There has recently just been a nice update. I think I'm on... I'm on general about... There we go there. I'm on tvOS 16.5 and that is build number 20L563. Does anybody care about that? But just so you know, that's what I've got it to at. At the moment, the resolution is sitting at 2160 UHD, 60 Hertz Dolby Vision. So we're on a 4K set, so you can see that. And obviously, if you ever do, there's loads of stuff that you can do in here. If you ever want me to go through these settings and explain what each one does, guys, of course I will do that for you. Just hit me up in the comments. So, as you can see, I've got loads. I'll tell you what, but guys, you've got to play that Sonic Racing. It's so much fun. It is really unreal. I've got loads of stuff on here, apps that I use. Now, I only use the apps that I like to launch. And what we're going to be looking at today is this little puppy. If you haven't seen it before, or if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you've seen it, this is called the TV Launcher. The TV Launcher, if we go in, as you can see, it's now got a nice display at the top. The guy behind it is working on it. Look, you can see, you can scroll through. But if we go into it, it will launch like this. Now, there's loads of stuff you can do. You can see the clarity. It's really been well done. They've centralized it. So if you're asking me, right, Steve, so what is the TV launcher? So the TV launcher is a way that you could probably step away from Sky Q, Sky Stream, Virgin Media, BT TV, and switch to a non-subscription service. And if you're going to say to me, how much is this? I believe at the moment it's around about UK pounds 4. So it's about £4. I don't know. I've heard that the US version isn't as good as this British version. However, the guy behind it who I speak to is working on it effortlessly. And I've got to admit, guys, it is good. So for an alternative, if you wanted Apple TV and you are someone that likes to keep abreast of things on what's going on with the live TV, this little system here is really good. Now, this little button over here, that will centralize it. That will put you back in the middle. That will refresh the channels for you if you want to refresh the channels. And you can see just how long that takes. I'm going to do this all in real time for you. That was nice and quick. I have my Apple TV connected to Ethernet. So I've got a 1 gigabit backbone. Not really utilizing that 1 gigabit backbone, of course, but it's there. Now, with the TV guide, so we can come down. We can select whatever channel we want. All the channels are there to the right. We can go left and we can go right. Now, just because you can go right and you think to yourself, well, that's now finished, I can't watch that. Remember, this launches the app, right? So within the app, they will have their servers and they will have these programs that were on earlier sitting on their servers so you can catch up. So it's a bit like you going into BBC iPlayer to watch something from last week or IT, whatever it might be. And basically it allows you to go back so you can see, oh, when was that on? You can actually have a look. This is what I really like. And if you go back and you've gone down and you've gone everywhere else and you are not sure, oh Christ, where am I? You can come back here. Sorry. Come back here, click the center, and it'll bring you straight back. But now when you scroll down, one of the updates that it's done, it tries to keep you in the center as best as possible, as you can see. Whereas before it was kind of jumping all over the place when you were scrolling down. It's been updated. It's working nice. Now, when you launch an app, so let's say, well, we've got Sky Cinema here. So you're probably asking, why are your channels organized in such a fashion? Well, before I get to that, I'm going to show you what it's like when we launch an app. So let's launch something like, maybe you want to watch a bit of live TV. Let's launch Homes Under the Hammer. I'm going to select that. It will now come up with this. And it launches the app. Now, if you've already gone into that app, I've closed all my apps down to show you step by step. Now, I've got the sound switched off, guys, but you can see there it is. Homes Under the Hammer. It's done. I'm now in live TV watching it through Apple TV. If I click the back button on the remote, which is this little button here, it will take me back to the BBC iPlayer. If I click that back button again, it takes me back to that step. And if I click it again, we're back to there. Now, I could, in theory, have double-clicked the TV button and just gone back to the TV app. Now, what if I want to watch something, let's say I don't want to watch something on your terrestrial kind of TV, you want to watch something on Sky. So if you want to watch something on Sky, like Sky Atlantic, Sky Cinema, like Batman Returns, let's go to Shrek 2. I select, again, here we go, watch live. And it will now launch Now TV. Now, if you've got a Now TV subscription, I have, as you can see, oh, I've not signed in. I told you I've reset all my apps, but I could sign into the app and anyway, and that will launch Shrek. I've just done a load of updates. I've got Now TV. I am subscribed to it. I just haven't done anything at the moment, but that will launch. Oh God, let me just pause the video and log in for you. There you go, guys. So I'm now back in. So I'm going to double click this button here. And I'm going to go back to there. So I'm going to go back a button. Right. So again, so what will happen now, I've got the app open. If I click it again. And you can watch it all in HD and nice clarity and everything else. It just launches it. And if I click the back button and takes you back, if you click again, takes you back to that screen, click again, and it takes you back to that screen. So for those of you that are asking how easy it is, yes, okay, you don't just back button, it's there like you would with Sky. You've got to click a couple of times. It takes a couple of seconds. It has to launch the app if you haven't got the app already open. How many channels does this have? Well, have a look for yourself. I can keep going. Now, you can probably see that up here, see there's a little gap there to there. These I've set as my favourites, the ones that I pretty much watched the most of. Then we go down, if we scroll down, we got the TV stuff. Now, we don't have to use the TV guide. We also have a thing called Now and Next. So this makes it a little bit more cleaner. So now we have what's on now, what's on next. Nice and simple. Now, this gives you a bit of a cleaner. So you've got different views that you can choose from. Maybe you don't want that view. Maybe you want the watch now. So if we go to watch now, so now we can see, if I scroll up, now we can see what's on now and whereabouts in, you know, how far into the program we actually are. As you can see, it has the nice little logo at the top, and we can see. Now, other problems that other people might find is, what if we go to launch something that we don't have as an app? So I don't know if I've got showing anything. I definitely don't think, have I got W? Let me centralize the app. Oops. Let me centralize. Yeah, come back down here. Let me just check. Have I got, what's W? Let me have a look. Have I got that? Yep, I have. It's on UK TV Play, so I've got that app. It will show me that, and I can watch that. Okay. I'm just trying to find what basically happens when you haven't got an app. It will then prompt you to download the app. Now, you can download the app, of course, but once you download the app, you then got to create an account, obviously, within that app. Most of them are free, unless you're paying for something like Now TV. If you do not want to do that, you can just go back up here, and you can obviously do a search, but you can go to settings, and here are all the different settings. Your default view, which is your TV guide, this is what I've set. Or you can select watch now. You can choose which one when you open the app it goes to. Show favourite channels only. No, I don't just want to show my favourite channels only. Show the installed app channels only. So if I didn't want to see any other apps and I only want to see the apps that I've currently got installed to my Apple TV, I can set it so it only shows those apps, so there's no confusion. We can also show section names. We can do all that. There's loads of little settings that you can do on there. Search, top shelf, region, favorite channel, visible channels. So we can click on this and we can show and unshow different channels. We can just keep scrolling down. If we select one, we can hide or we can show. So we can show what channels we want and what channels we don't want. We can also select, no, that's not it. So we can change our favorites, by the way, just so you can see there. We can make it go down or we can make it go up, or we can delete a favorite channel if we don't want it anymore. There's lots of customization. Visible channels, was it? I don't think it's that, because I think we just looked at that and I think that's just showing everything that's visible. Let's just have a look. You can see how nice and smooth and quick this thing is now. There's no jumps, there's no staggerment. There is one where, let me just find it. Installed app. Oh, there it is. So installed apps. So these are the apps. So it'll show you which ones you've got installed and which ones you haven't. But you've got a little cloud there, so you can download. If you think to yourself, well, actually, I'm watching so-and-so on, I don't know, maybe you're watching the NBA. Maybe you're watching something on Pluto TV. Maybe, you know, you can just literally click and download the app. It is that simple. It's a nice look and feel. Look at that. We can even do a search. It comes up with all the nice features. As I say, this is like, look, I'm not saying this is as streamlined as Sky Q or Sky Stream with the way that they handle live TV. But if you wanted to come away and you still wanted to have that access for the sake of £4 and no subscription, the TV Guide does a really good job. And you can control this obviously by your iPhone. You can have the app on your iPhone and you control it by your Apple Watch if you are in the ecosystem. That, guys, is the TV Guide on Apple TV. Boom! What do you think, guys? What did you think? That right there is the Apple TV Guide. So many of you have asked me, Steve, before I want to do this, why would I want to switch from Sky, I want to go to Apple TV, it looks so good, I want to invest my money, what is the TV, can you show it to us? And I haven't got round to doing it, but now I have answered your questions. Your questions. Woo! Okay, that's it. Remember, competition, last week's video. Find the content, the comment that I ask you to put in the comment section, I think. And make sure you hit that up, because that's the video. It's going to be entered into the competition at the end of this month for you to win Apple TV. Ooh, 4K sent to your home directly from the Apple Store. As always, people, thank you so much for all the love and support. And honestly, it really means a lot to me. Please, please, please keep hitting that subscribe, keep hitting that like, keep hitting that share button, and you could be entered into these competitions as well. So, and it's my way of, you know what, saying thanks, because, you know, it means a lot to me. I'm growing this channel, love to do it full time. So until next time, people, peace!